Yo, hello. My bad. I clicked go live like a minute ago and it didn't work, but yeah, I was a little bit late. I was busy doing something. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Yo, what's up, Emily? How you doing? What's up, Brian? What's up, Waylon? What's up, Cork? Edits. How you guys doing? Damn, 8,500 is a lot, bro. That's a lot of mule deer kills. Also see the Bucks bullets is 5K and 2. That's a lot, bro. I'm doing pretty good. What's up, Tito? Yeah, that's pretty unlucky. I mean, my first red deer was 10,000, so. Yo, what's up, Great One Hunter? How you doing, bro? Wait, I'm too early. I got a couple whitetails this morning. One of them is actually good. I'll post a video on that. The other one is a cluster rack. Like every one that I get. What do you mean? Fuck. How many diamonds did I get? What's up, Jonathan? What's up, Brandon? How you guys doing? Welcome back, bro. It has been a bit since you've been here. No. Yesterday's stream was, Yesterday's stream was pretty mid. I think I went like probably 200 kills, I think, yesterday's stream. Nothing, no rares, no great one. Yo, what's up, Red? I did. Hopefully you did as well. And appreciate that. That's happened to a few people I know, Waylon. That seems to be a pretty common issue. Yeah, my mule deer jumpers are fixed because the one zone, well, the only zone I get jumpers at, right, is this one. Well, I used to get them at this one, but then I moved it to this. So this is the only zone I get jumpers at. I used to get them here and here, but I set up on this zone. I moved this zone by blowing it out from here to here. And then this one I don't get jumpers at anymore because the herd that's here that gets jumpers has 10 mule deer in there now, so no more can spawn. Because for some reason the game limits out at 10 mule deer a herd. Nice, Brandon. That's good, Red. Glad you had a good time. Edits, I think I have 38 super rares, but most of them are like really heavily HM super rare, so they're not like crazy rare, you know. It's just basically every 5 rares are probably a super rare for me. My mule deer grinds are usually about 350 to 400 now. My first 5 were all over 1,000. Well, not all of them over 1,000. They were all between 1,000 and like 900. I think the shortest one was like 930. Yo, what's up, Throw? What's up, Ben? How you guys doing? And that's good, Mini. Glad your bear grind's picking up. What's up, Buck? Oh, damn, you got the typical rack, dude. Is your third one? I think my typical was my third one as well. It's either my second or third. Oh, we turned the last second, bro. Oh, I missed that. Anyways. What's up, Smixy? Yes, I do. Ooh, that was a big one. 342.46. Not max, though. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about that lake because I have 2 female. I think there's either 2 or 3 female moose on there as solos. So thankfully, I didn't have to worry about shooting that one down. Kind of in the middle of nowhere, so it just wouldn't definitely need a tint. Yeah, I haven't found all my whitetail zones on on Layton. I was gonna do my garden on Layton originally, but I started to like move to Reventuli and I set up so much like faster. Well, not the HM. The whitetail HM took a decent amount actually, but finding the zones was a lot faster and most of them were a lot better looking. That's all good, Ben. Yo, what's up, Nolan? Alright, bro. Hopefully I do get him in 5 kills. Be kinda lucky, though. Alright, Buck. How's the HM on the red deer coming? I got my moose on Layton. If I get a cobweb enigma for Muley today, and I have time left over, I can go to moose if you guys want. No bullets. What's up, Noodles? It's going pretty good. Nice. 4 new 4s is good, bro. I need a lot of moose combos. But the ones that I really want is I really want a speckled, two-tone, and birch with the typical. I also wouldn't mind getting the speckled, or sorry, not the speckled, excuse me, the two-tone with the big rack and the oak 50/50. But the only one I'm really looking for is the speckled and oak, or speckled and two-tone typicals. Like, if those are my next 2, bro, I would stop doing moose for a bit. That's pretty far, dude. At least the rares are going good. 3K kills is quite a lot. Especially if you're doing HM, which it seems like you're doing HM, I think, right? That sounds like decent HM. Where did this guy go? Nice, Ben. Which combo was it? And it's snowing, yeah. This is not going good. Yeah. I mean, typical is good, though. Well, I'm personally not a big fan of the typical, but for 90% of the player base, it's their #1 rack. That's awesome, bro. Nothing yet, MBS. Wow, 4 of the 3 are quad paddle. That's pretty unfortunate. Yo, what's up, Levi? How's it going, bro? No. I built my PC myself. Bought all the individual parts. Yeah, the drop time's my... I don't know. It's either my second or third favorite. Because the big rack, surprisingly, is my favorite. I just don't like getting it all the time. It's between the short and the drop time is my second favorite. Unless you count the 50-50s, then I like both. I actually like both the typical 50-50s with the blade and the short rack. Oh yeah, the RAM prices are bad. It's not that bad, but I mean, it's definitely not like super easy. Takes a little bit. Yeah, it's not really recommended to build a PC though, unless you like really know what you're doing, because then if one of your parts go bad, it's that specific part that's warranted from the manufacturer. Whereas if you buy a pre-built, and something goes wrong with your PC, you can just like take the whole thing back essentially. I don't know, Waylon. I never really get like less diamonds before I get a great one. I usually get less diamonds like right after I spawn the great one. Unfortunately, we were wrong, by the way. Nolan. Yeah. Well, if you're not doing herd management edits, you should shoot every whitetail buck. But if you're doing herd management, you should leave the level 1s. And actually, what I think, that guy might be new. I don't remember that guy. No, I already got 2 here. Oh, that guy's a little big, though. Maybe I should kill him off. But yeah, if you're doing HM for whitetail, actually... To be honest, if I redid mine now, I would kill all the ones that aren't, like, bikes, essentially. But you don't need to do that. Just, I think I should do that for my whitetail, actually. Because my whitetail is the only one that I don't have, like, an insane diamond rate on. Did Squidster really take 14k for his bear grind? I thought he was just, like, joking when he said that. Damn, I still haven't even got an acro. And I killed, like, another, what, like, 300 or 400 moose the other day as well? Because I went to do moose because I was bored in the morning, right? 211 kills, I got a birch spider rack, which is pretty cool. And then I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'll stack this guy. And then stacked a few more diamonds. By a few more, I mean like 12. And then went and shot down all of my level 3s I had left. I think there was 23 level 3s. And it took me like 4 hours to shoot all of them down. Which actually is surprisingly long. I was finding them all pretty fast. There was only 2 that took me a while to find. But thankfully those, once I finally found them, were shot down already. That's crazy if his current grind is that much. Yeah, but yours were initial spawns, weren't they? So it's a little bit different. My first red deer was nearly 10k. Or, well, not nearly 10k, it was 10k. But it was nearly that, is what I meant to say. I feel like if you hit 10k, you should get the great one on kill number 10k. Like, there should be like a pity timer, bro. Like, 10,000 should be like the most you can get. Oh, really? The first one was an actual spawn? That's really rare. You really want to, if you're trying to get them like to twos, you want to stack at least most of your shooters. So for me, I have 15 shooters. So I would try to get at least like 11 to 12 of them, and then make the others just big fours. It's still gonna take a little bit though. It's not like, I mean, you can get some of them that'll shoot down first try, but it's always like a little bit of a process. It's just not nearly as hard as like doing it from scratch. Like re-HMing is always, actually I don't, it sounds like from the message sounds like you're starting to HM entirely, but yeah, start if you're just like HMing from nothing, then it's gonna take a lot longer than if you like manage down to a little bit and then try to re-manage. Yeah, 2 acros is a lot. I just want 1 to get complete everything. Dude, did those wolves respawn here? I guarantee that solo, that wolf I shot yesterday, respawned here, and it's scaring off all of my bucks. Mine jumped all over the place, so I don't think there's any. Well, there might be some areas where they stick to, but I had one that ended up on one of the bottom left, like the very bottom left lake, and I didn't check that because I'm like, there's no way it's gonna go there. And the last one that it took me forever to find was there. I would assume they can just go everywhere though, like most solos. Yeah, for the most part, 6. Maybe they can be small. I don't know. The one I think of them, I think like massive though. Yo, what's up, bro? How you doing? Wait, you just got your first like 50/50 diamond in 5K? I take it you're not doing HM then? I'm doing pretty good. Kelly Carbone. Believe I said that right. Okay, I was about to say, because 5K kills for the 50/50 mule deer, like, diamonds are fairly common. You probably got what, like is your diamond rate like what, one in like 50 maybe, one in 60? You haven't seen one that long? What's up, Imagine? How are you doing today? 113. Yeah, about 1 in 50. Usually, Rian, but when you're first starting up, like any grind, your zones will move around a lot, and when they do that, they're usually permanent. Like, if you're shooting down, let's say like you set up on your 16 zones, whatever, right? Like if you're doing HM or like you're not doing HM, you usually start up at 16 anyway, either way. And you start to shoot them all. Some zones will like lose their bucks like permanently. It happens kind of big with wolves as well, because if you set up on a wolf zone that has like 8 wolves, they usually don't come back. They usually jump out to other zones that don't have very many, kind of even it out. I'm doing pretty good, Imagine. Thanks for asking. Some people like setting up on like 2 male zones and then 1 cow zone. They just shoot 1 male, because if you shoot both males and you only have 1 cow, you won't get respawned. But some people set up on 2 males, 2 females. I set up on a couple of 2 male, 2 females, but some people have issues with those. I had issue on a few of them, but the ones that I have now, I have no issues on. Unfortunately, you can't fish because I'm on my own map right now. I'm not doing multiplayer. You know, I actually don't think I've ever killed a bear with the handgun. I've killed bears with the bows. Yeah, that's what a lot of people set up on. Obviously, you can try the ones with multiple males and multiple females, so you can, kill two males per zone. But a lot of people seem to have issues with those. What rifle for what? I could do everyone with a crossbow. I've done everyone with a normal bow. I'm trying to think what I've done with a crossbow. I think the only thing I've shot with a crossbow is the moose. Man, I might have done a muley with a crossbow. I'm not a big fan of the crossbow. Much prefer the normal bow. Or you can't join. If you unsub, that's fine, but I'm not on a multiplayer server. No, it's not. Not everything's level 1. I probably have like 10 level 1s. I actually had a little bit more than I thought. I'd say it's my exteriors are probably like 66%, 70% twos, and then the rest are ones. I feel like mule deer ones aren't that rare though, because I've got a couple that spawned in my main zones, even while I'm HM'd. Like fallow rares are pretty rare. Moose rares or moose ones are not too rare. Yeah, that could be cool. What is going on in my chat? Yeah, honestly, Red, I feel you. I don't shoot much with bows anymore because of that. I don't know, bro. That guy just came in and roasted me for no reason, man. Fuck. That's pretty cool. I guess if I had any initial spawn eyeballed females in my like main zones, that probably happened to me at one point. You can stack honestly whatever you want. Just the higher you stack, like the better results it'll probably get. Like for me, I shot off the level 4 diamonds when I was doing that, but I kept a couple level 5 trolls. For the most part, they were like mostly diamonds. Honestly, I probably would have been better off just leaving the level 4 diamonds. Because it still took a while. Wait, what happened to your level 5, Jennifer? I think it took actually a long time to start running. What? What level 5 was it? A bobcat. Oh. I mean, level 5 bobcat's not very big. I actually think that's actually like the smallest they go. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't hunt bobcats very often. Can they even go below 5? I was gonna try that yesterday, 6, but it didn't work. I think you have to like set it up differently. I select the thing on. You probably have to like stream both at once. I thought it would just like take my stream and auto stream it to shorts. Okay, maybe. Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen many. But yeah, my internet's not good enough to do that. If I can't, if I have to like stream 2 times at once, basically, I upload speed is not good enough. Yeah, but then I kind of want to like stream both at once, you know, like Chopper, like how he does it. But in order to do that, I need to stream 2 times, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. So I didn't work yesterday. You basically gotta noodles. You just gotta like find their home ranges, and you find the ones that your males are on, right? And you find the lakes connected to that home range, and then you set up on those lakes. It's usually like that. Or well, to be fair, with the boar, right? I don't have to go for racks as well, so it's a little bit easier. But I also have more boar great ones than I do muley. Still, I think. I think I have like 13 muleys now. What do you gotta do, Rian? If you wake up that early. Finally, dude. This hurts you. I'll go back to pheasant eventually because I didn't get a leucistic or a max scoring pheasant. Max scoring great one, that is. I got plenty, like hundreds of max scoring diamonds, but no max scoring great one and no leucistic. I don't know what my luck is with leucistics, bro. Specifically leucistics, I just get like cooked on. Like I didn't get a leucistic mule deer till like 6k kills in or something, and it was a level freaking 2. And then I got one like a couple hundred later, and it was a level 3 silver. It's like they're doing it to troll. That's totally up to you, Minnie. Because I got my my HM1 Black Bear when I first started was about 1 in 45 to 1 in 40, and I got 3 or 4 great ones doing that, and all fairly low kills, except for one was 2k, and the rest were all like 800, 500, stuff like that. Yeah, I bought 10k. I also bought like 2,000 on this one. It took me a bit, but it's actually quite easy to buy ammo and controller because you just gotta double click the X button. Yeah, my mellow luck is bad too on other stuff. For albinos, it's pretty decent. On everything but fallow, it seems. Nice, Noodles. Yeah, the feeders are like really good for finding the bear jumpers. Well, you have to click on the buy thing, and then you can either press enter to buy it again, or, um, you just mouse over to the middle of the screen and click it, but spamming enter and mouse one, so like the left click. Actually, it doesn't matter. You can click both mouse buttons. Here, I'll show you. Yo, what's up, Steve? It's going pretty well, man. How about you? I don't really need to buy any more ammo, but I buy some 22. Basically, you click on it, and then you come down here and click buy, and then click like this. Or you can click this and then press enter and then spam it like this, but I still think it's faster on controller. I don't know, I can click the X button pretty fast. It only took me like 5 minutes to buy 10,000. Might not even have been that long. Yo, what's up, theHunter Games? Yeah, I mean, you can get an auto clicker and do it, but I don't want to do that. They should just let me buy 10,000 at once. I don't know why the game doesn't let you do that. Hi, Brandon. Welcome back, dude. How many do we got? We got 1 there. 2 there. 3. Nice, bro. Good luck on your red deer grind. Which map are you doing it on? Are you doing it on Scotland? I know a lot of people are trying it on Scotland. Apparently pretty good. Oh, I got 4. Didn't even see you, bro. Of course. That would be pretty cool, though. They should just let you select how many they buy. Like how many you buy at once. Nice. Empty. That's unfortunate, Russell. Probably the usual. It's like 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, the barrels are good because you can shoot like instead of traveling to the exterior zones, right? Like and like so looking at the whole lake, you can just put 1 barrel down at an exterior and it'll basically pull the entire lake into it. I think I have 5 red deer. Not too many. But my first ever great one was a red deer. I actually didn't even use the barrels to manage down my bear. I didn't have them at the time. Nice, bro. Yeah, the bear was my second one. And then fallow was third. And then tar was fourth. Then whitetail. Then moose. Then fox, I think. Something like that. Actually, I think I got the pheasant before I got the whitetail. Wait, what? Like, you mean the dot? The dot? No. You can just look that up. Like, not look it up, but it's in the settings, I think. Um, in here? Yeah. This one. I'm linking you anything for that. Wait, not the dot. Wait, what? What, from what? Oh, I think you do like this, right? And then you change the colors of it. It's like this? Or is it something else? You shoot the level 9 jumper, if you have a jumper. Yeah, that's base game, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you need it for the DLC for that. Make no sense. Um, I have more fallow than anything else hunting. I think I have 35 fallow. I don't think you, I don't think you need to buy that. Nice, bro, that's a lot. I mean, hey, that's crazy super rare luck, though. I mean, 2,500 isn't too bad for bear. Depending on, I mean, the level of HM. Like, if I got a 2,500 kill grind, it wouldn't be very, very good. But I've gotten 2,000 kill grinds, and my HM was worse. All right, 6. Have a good one, bro. Thanks for stopping by. I don't think that's a DLC. Yeah, pheasants when you're not doing like crazy HM seems to be really not good. I actually like the crosshairs. I'll do this. It doesn't do anything, so I never hit fire, but kind of weird though. I'm not used to having a crosshair on my screen. I'm missing 4. The best way to do that is like to get rid of the wolves, scaring them off, is just kill the wolves and hope they go somewhere else. Silver big rack, mocha big rack, painted blade rack, and the only one that I care about, the mocha Irish. I mean, you could move your mule deer zones by blowing them out by shooting something else, but like if they're in a good spot, that kind of sucks. And if the wolves are on that lake, they're gonna follow them. Oh, great one. Is that a fucking pedal puff with the velvet? Come on, bro. I don't have that combo though. Why couldn't you be cobweb? Hmm. Why couldn't you be cobweb? Well, I don't have the combo, so it's not like completely dead. But don't want him. 451 kills. Anybody guess that? I don't think so. I think anybody guessed that yesterday. Yeah, I mean pheasants are weird, bro. Like you can either get them. I swear there's no in between grind. You either get them in 100 kills or you get them in like 10,000 kills. Dude, I saw that rack and I was expecting it to be the cobweb because I swear the cobweb has that rack like 90% of the time. I don't even care about getting the velvets if it's the fur that I need. Uh oh, that guy's don't see me. If the wolves drink at the same lake as their mule deer, and you blow out the mule deer zone by like shooting whitetail or something, the wolves will follow them. But if they drink at a different lake and they just so happen to rest, I think you'll be fine. Nice, Mini. It is not cobweb. Sadly. It's pedal puff. With the fungus rack. The velvet rack. I think I have 22 Great One Moose. Yep. You were kind of close. Yeah, I hunt a lot of stuff. I don't really have like crazy amount of one thing. Like I mean, Fallow's my most, but that's 'cause I don't have my favorite combo. What? You think you don't like the move? You don't like the moose? Everybody loves the moose, bro. Moose are like one of the best looking ones. Mostly fours, but I have a few fives. I think I have 3 sixes and I have a lot of threes that balance it out. Now, I wouldn't say a lot of threes, probably like 10 to 15, which I guess is a lot more than most people. Oh, okay. Yeah. Which combos are ugly? I'm guessing you got like Ashen Quad Paddle and like Spruce Spider Rack or something like that. Oh, okay. I was close enough. Bird Squad is pretty bad. Yeah, I don't have that one. I mean, Two-Tone Spider is not bad. It's the fur is great, but the rack is kind of whatever. I actually feel like the quad paddle is better on the two-tone. My dime rate for wolves is probably like 1 in 4, 1 in 5. It's pretty good. It's probably my best, but I don't know if it's my best anymore. Ash and Spider, you know, I feel like Ash and Spider is, it's not great, but it's not bad. The rat goes with the fur. Yeah, that's probably smart. Fuck. The only reason why I have 6s is because they're in a herd of 8, and I don't feel like shooting that herd because they're going to bounce somewhere else, and I don't want them to bounce to my main zones. 421. Close. We're hoping for the 4. If we're going to get the Velvet Rack, give us the 42069. Okay, well. He's pretty cool. Not nearly as bad as the Dusky Drift. Oh, sorry, too late, Mini. I don't want to take too long. Because I want to get back on. I want to get some more mule deer down. Should be able to get at least another 120, 130 kills. 450 kills. For mule deer number... Okay, apparently I lied. That's mule deer number 17. I definitely have more than 13. I guess I've been grinding them a lot. That's probably why. Okay, we're on to mule deer number 18 now. Yeah, you guys joined right into the Velvet Rack Petal Puff. Don't have that combo, but it's not definitely not a good one. Would rather it have been Cobweb so we can get done with the Muley. It's the crosshair, bro. I changed my crosshair to this on like showing somebody how to do it, and it works, bro. It spawned a great one with all the crosshair. Yeah, I have 17 4 great ones, I think. It's been a bit since I've hunted them. I think it was average about 160, 180 kills per boar. 167, 30 kill grind. Okay. Sub 50. I mean, I wouldn't complain about a sub 50. I've only ever had one sub 50 muley, which is rare because I usually get only sub 50s. Not only sub 50s, but I usually get a lot. 42 kills. Actually, funny enough, guys, I had a whitetail grind this morning that was exactly 67 kills. Not even trolling. Oh, that's the muley. I thought that was an elk, bro. Only I can shoot that guy. There's a tree in the way. Okay. Super secret technique. Change the time so he dies. So I don't gotta track him down for an hour. It was a Velvet Rack on the Petal Puff fur. So it's a combo I don't have, but it's not a combo I really needed. I just want to get the Cobweb Enigma fur on anything. That's the only fur I don't have. Only fur or rack I don't have, I should say, for Muley. Yeah, Mississippi Whitetail and 67 kills is pretty cool. I was gonna do Whitetail in Mississippi, but I don't know. I don't want to ruin Mississippi by grinding on it, because that's like one of my favorite maps. I'm gonna say you have Cobweb Enigma with the typical rack and the classic rack on the Dusky Drift. I should have just guessed Velvet on the Dusky and Twisty rack, the Corkscrew rack on the Dripple. Should have been the guess. Alright, Smixy. Have it going, bro. Hopefully you catch something good. Hold up, let me update the number. Oh, that's good. You got two good combos. I like the Dusky Drift. Well, I don't have the Dusky Drift. I like the Pedal Puff typical. I got two of them, but I don't have a or Dripple Drizzle typical. I actually have one Dripple Drizzle fur. It was on the classic rack though. The classic rack on the Dripple is like one of my favorite combos. I also got a monster like classic rack too. I don't remember, was it like 160 or not one? It's like 548 scoring or something, right? It was like the biggest one I've ever seen. You gotta wake up in 5 hours, bro. You should get to sleep. Oh, yeah, I don't have a Pedal Puff Classic. I got two typical Pedal Puffs. My only corkscrew on the Pedal Puff, and then now the Velvet on the Pedal Puff. I want a Pedal Puff Heart Rack, but I would rather honestly just get the Cobweb, so then I can move on and then come back and get the combo I want. That's why I'm not too like mad. Wow, that's crazy, Hunty. That's a good grind to get a short one on, bro. Personally, that's my least favorite of the Fox furs, but it still looks amazing. All the Fox furs are the best, honestly. Bro, my first Red Fox was like 3,600 and something male kills. I've got 3 Milky Way heart racks and a cinnamon heart rack. I think that's it. It's not that I don't like the fur. It's just I feel like it's the worst one for the Fox. I feel like the Mystic and the Rosebud are just kind of like better looking pieballs, you know? Whereas like the other ones are like entirely unique. Like even the Candy Cane one, at first it just looks like a normal Fox, but like it's entirely different color. It looks like really good in game. It's like one of the most underrated ones. And same with the Cherry Blossom. Like the Cherry Blossom looks horrible on the wiki, but in game it's like one of the better furs. Ooh, Cinnamon Drop Tine. Yeah, I don't have a Cinnamon Drop Tine. I got 2 Cinnamon Typicals and a Cinnamon Heart Rack. Yeah, the Peppermint's my second favorite one. Definitely a good one to get. Any Fox is good to get though. They're all so good. Getting a Fox without HM in this game is like the only like hard great one, I think, in my opinion. Like non-HM Tar and Foxes are like the only actual difficult grinds anymore. I only had to shoot down 23, I believe. But I did have a great one stacked as well when I was doing it. I had a great one in like 13 or 14 diamond stack. Level 5s, not diamonds. But 4 or 5 of them were like 300 plus scoring diamonds, so that probably helped. Yeah, the tar is kind of difficult. I mean, on Sunder, there's like so many zones. Like doing HM is really hard. On Tay, HM is really easy, but the zones all kind of suck. What, you don't like the snow? The snow's my second favorite one, I think. The skull is my favorite. I've only got 1 snow and 1 skull. I have really been growing on the gray though. Can't lie, the gray looks quite good. I wouldn't really say there's a best map for Tar. I feel like Tay is better for HM, but for me, the zones are not very good. And it's like there's this thing that only happened to me on Aurora, where you shoot your like your what are they bucks? I don't know. I guess not. Like the male Tar, you just shoot them as you go, and then sometimes instead of respawning, they would just spawn a whole new zone. You don't like the gray? The golden is definitely the worst, though. A lot of people like the latte. It's like middle for me. I do like the scar. But I wouldn't say the scar is top tier. I don't know. The only tar that I don't really like is the golden one. I feel like the golden tar is like they always have one fur on every great one that you get, and it's kind of like I don't really like that one. The only one that's like that they don't have that on is Fox. Like Fox is the only one truly without something bad. Like wolves, even as good as wolves are, I think if you get the frostbite, it's still like kind of like it's not really that good. You like the golden tar, really? I don't see many people that like that. Velvet Milky Way. I got one of those. It's a very good fur, but the rack is kind of not good. Some people like the velvet though, so maybe if you like the velvet, that's good. Personally, for me though, it's not the greatest. Where are you, bro? We're not supposed to be there. Appreciate that, Hunting Games. Appreciate you stopping in and chatting. I'm not a big fan of the boar either, Russell. Some of them are good. Some of them actually surprised me how good they are. I thought they would all suck. I do have a Discord, but sadly it's members only now. I didn't really like having a bunch of people in there. But maybe one day I'll make like another public one. Yeah, I get that. I don't like the velvet. Some people really like it though. I'm surprised how many people. It's like a top. Oh, dilute. There we go. I'm from Ohio, Hunty Games. Okay, Mr. Dilute. I'll give you one chance because you're so perfectly broadside. You can get shot with the right gun. I usually don't shoot anything that's not diamond potential for rares with the right gun. Look, you cooked me, man. Oh no, he's dying. I thought I didn't get vital on the other one because the other guy. Frontal shots with 308 have not been good for me recently. Even on like whitetail and fallow. Oh, nice. Wait, frostbite is your favorite for the wolf? Okay, I'll just tax him. No, I mean, there's a filter system now, so I can tax him. If there wasn't the filter system, I wouldn't. I don't have any room to put him down. Like, even in the Mule Deer Lodge, I don't think I have room for him. So he's just gonna go, like, in a random one. He's gonna go with, like, the tar, I guess. Yeah, I got a lot of people from all over in my chat. These guys are probably spooked. I don't know. I feel like you just get so used to using the 308, like the 300. You go to take like a frontal shot on even like a smaller animal with like the 308 or like the 30-06, and it just like hits a brick wall. Like it doesn't even move. Yeah, I don't see many people that like the frostbite. It's like 99% of people's least favorite. Wait, what? I mean, that's your only server. If you were in my Discord server, you should still be there. If that's what you're referring to. Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah. I actually don't think I've ever been to Kentucky, believe it or not, even though it's like literally the state right underneath me. I'm not a big fan of the Vanguard. To me, it's kind of just like the what am I blanking on that? The Twin Soul, but worse. It's kind of middle of the tier for me. Yeah, only 19 more. No, I didn't say what region, but kind of like around the middle. Which grind do I have to? I don't know. It depends on what RNG you mean. Like, Great One RNG, probably like Fallow, Wolf, or Boar. For rare RNG, it's probably like either this one or I don't know. My Tar rares were pretty lucky. I was pretty lucky on my Tar, so I'd say Tar is probably the best for rares. Maybe this. Wait, are you like Minnie? Are you behind on the stream? You're sub free end. If you mean like how many kills per Great One, probably like 150 to 200. I don't know. Out of my 35 fallow, my first one was 2600 and something, and then I had one that was 700 and like 7, I think exactly, and then all the other ones have been under 500. That's what I think, bro. I think he's a little bit behind. Unless there's somebody else like messaging in the chat that I can't see that he's talking to. Because if he means the Discord server, I was talking about that like 5 minutes ago, maybe longer. Nice. I think I had 2 times on fallow now, where I've had 2 that respawn in the same rotation. You should HM them to level 3s. You can probably give it a good way with leaving a couple level 4s, but you could also try leaving all level 4s, but for me personally, I don't think it would be that good. It might be like good enough. Maybe like a 1 in 20 diamond rate, 1 in 25, something like that. But yeah, for me, I went to all 3s. There's not very many of them, so you got to get them kind of low. Yo, what's up, so? Oh no, I'm still trying it tomorrow. At this rate, we're gonna be hunting mule deer for 24 hours. I'm not gonna get that cobweb, dude. Well, if we gotta get the mule deer today. I mean, if it's not, if I don't get muley, it'll be fallow and if I get the muley, it'll be fallow and whitetail, so it's not gonna be too much better. It'll start when I wake up tomorrow, like an hour after I wake up. So it could start at like 5 in the morning, or it could also start at like 5 p.m. Yes, I have one of the two 50/50s for moose. I have the speckled, which is the more rare one, but I actually think I like the oak one better. Which furs are you missing? It's Milky Way, and then what else? Triple? Okay. I thought you had a Dripple. I know you have Cobweb. Yeah, I mean, the golden for fallow is my least favorite. But I don't really like the silver too much either. I like the painted. Or the painted's like my third favorite, then mocha's my favorite. And I like the hooded as my second favorite, weirdly. I actually think the hooded fallow looks super good. For me right now, it's 6:11 p.m. Nice, Mason. That sounds nice, so. Lane, if you're managing down your exteriors, you should probably set up on them if they're like an actual zone. If you're managing your solos, no, because you can't really set up on them because they're gonna move. But yeah, if I mean, the diamond rate doesn't sound. That's almost sounds like you're not even doing HM. Like your HM's probably not the greatest. You probably got a bunch of level 3s and level 4s you gotta kill. So yeah, if you want to do HM, then I would recommend getting rid of those. Yeah, a lot of people like the silver. For me, it's kind of just mid. I have only one drop time. Pedal Puff's awesome though. Yeah, it's gonna be late where you're at. Yo, what's up, Tio? What's up, Call the Wild Fanatic? I don't know. I like the dark on the hooded. You did too. I got a velvet rack with the Pedal Puff fur. So it's not the one I need. I only need the Only the cobweb enigma on literally any with any rack. I only have one typical whitetail in like 18 now, I think, which is not bad. It's better than most people. I did get a 50-50 whitetail this morning, guys. Just saying. I have one of the 4 50-50s now. Instantly got snapped back to reality though, because literally 30 kills later, I got a fucking cluster again. I thought I turned over a new leaf. I thought it was about to be only the good-looking whitetails. Nope, right back to the cluster. If you have 16 diamonds and 1,000 kills, I mean, if you're 500 kills in 16 diamonds, a little bit better. But 1,000 kills and 16 diamonds, you definitely got more than level 2s. Rip Gunner. Yeah, that's been happening to a lot of people if you mean like deleting them from the lodge. Kind of the update for the lodge has been kind of shitty. Nice, Hunter. I would rather the typical for silver because I'm missing that one. But the silver Irish isn't bad either. The silver on the Irish and the typical looks good, but it just kind of looks like shit on the spoon and the blade. That's why I'm not a big fan of it. I think the hooded looks good on everything. Same with the mocha. That's why I like those. What do you mean, what am I using? Like gun? Alright, Ryan, have a good night, bro. Yo, yeah, I'm using the 300 AR to shoot basically anything. That's why I bought 10,000 bullets for it. Are you missing any great ones, Tio? Or do you have like one of everything? If you're missing stuff, what are you missing? Because I think you should try to get one of everything. I think that'd be sick. Yep, I don't blame you. I make a backup of my game anytime I go into my lodge to change anything because like the new system is so bad. What's up, Easton? It's in the high caliber weapon pack. Oh, okay. I would go for I don't know. If you want like a really hard challenge, go for Fox or Tar, but if you want one that's gonna be like a little bit easy but kind of cool, go for Moose. Because I don't think Moose are that hard. Especially if you do it on a map like Layton where there's not that many zones. Yo, appreciate it, Easton. Well, I do my Moose on Layton because of there's the least amount of males on Layton. But most people would recommend Medved, which I think is the best map for them. But I don't know. I've been really liking Layton. You just have to move around a couple of your zones, like shooting whitetail to blow them out. Yeah, but could you imagine dealing with those solos on a map like Medved, where they can go literally anywhere on the map, and there's more of them? Layton, the moose can't. Layton, well, when I started, Layton was the only map where moose weren't on the entire map. Now that's ASCII, but there's a lot more moose on ASCII, actually. I didn't expect there to be that many moose on ASCII, but there's more than there is Layton. They're just in, like, less area, so it looks like there's less. Um, I'm not too sure what you mean freehand, but if you mean like shooting the male out of the pair but not the female so it doesn't respawn, I wouldn't recommend doing that on any more than like 3 or 4 pairs, because if you do that too many pairs, you're not going to have enough boxes to like affect the average weight, and you'd have to manage them down to like 1s and 2s, which is just going to take way too long. Nice, Gunner. Yeah, Rev is a good map as well for Moose, I've heard. I don't know, Tio. Probably shouldn't take too long. How much was your first boar? Or you have more than one. You have like 2 or 3, don't you? Whenever I get a group one, they seem to all be around the same number. You might have missed the great one, 6. I don't know if you were here for that. Oh, if both were 700-ish, then I'd say probably like 700-800 is what it should take. Not really, Easton. I don't really have many tips on stuff like that. Any tip that I give you will basically be the same, at least for like the normal grind. If you just want to go out there and grind, I'm sure like Lady Legend has a good guide on it. I actually think if you're doing ASCII for Mule Deer, if you're not doing HM, I think JBiz has a pretty good method. I'm sure he's got a video on it. I mean, 17 diamonds and 500 kills isn't like the worst. That's pretty good for like most HM. But if you have only level 2s and 1s, that wouldn't happen. Unless you're shooting like 50 Mule a rotation. Oh, my bad, 6. It was a velvet rack on the pedal puff. I don't have the combo, but it's not a combo that I really want. Or you can't join, fish. You can't, bro. I'm not on multiplayer. You gotta stop spamming or you're gonna get banned again, bro. Like, I can't let you join. I'm playing on single player. Oh, there it is. Oh, you were warned. Not really, Easton. I don't really like the tips that I'm gonna give you. I'll be the exact same as everybody else. The only things that like maybe I would say differently is like I always recommend people to check all of their zones like somewhat regularly, especially if they're doing HM, because like bouncers exist. If everything on your map that isn't your shooters is a level 2, yes, you have good HM. 45 to 60 level 2s are a little bit big, but you can leave them. It's fine. If you're only getting a diamond every 29 kills or 30 kills with everything level 2s, you might have something big. somewhere else. Unless you're shooting like 30 or 40 Mule per rotation. Yo, what's up, Andreas? How you doing, bro? Now, don't permaban him for spamming. He gets unbanned and spams again. And if he does it like, if he gets unbanned and does it again, ban him for the whole day. And then if he comes back and spams again, then permaban him. I'll do pretty good, Andreas. Got a great one earlier in 451 kills. Unfortunately, it wasn't really a combo I need. I mean, it was a combo I need, but it's not really one that I want. Just pedal puff with the velvet rack. No, I meant like 145, 160. That's what he said. It's not even that's not even big. That would be big for like me, but yeah, for most people that's fine to leave. The amount of zones per map, like the amount of like my map and your map will have different number of zones most likely. It's like that for every map. But I would recommend shooting anywhere between 15 to 20 mule deer per rotation, then have everything else managed down. I think I shoot 18. I tend to shoot less than most people. That's why my HM is a little bit better. Because I have more stuff to, you know, weigh it down a bit. Appreciate it, Andreas. And if you end up going to sleep, bro, have a good night. But thanks for stopping by. And yeah, I hope I get the Cobweb Enigma as well. Yeah, you know, didn't really notice that until you pointed that out, though. But it does sound quite a lot like Jeff Hardy's nickname. I start everything, every great one, always in the last hour. Yeah, call the whites on that. That's really good, dude. That's better than like 99.9% of like grinders, dude. That's like what? That's basically 1 in 10. Better than any of the big streamers. Wait, you have a level 5 foul that tops out at 202? What? That has to be a bug. Alright, Andres. Appreciate it, man. Can you put your head down and drink? Yeah, my first great one was a red deer and it took me 10,000, but that was without HM. I wouldn't say it's bad, but when I start at 16, my deer aren't all in their zones. So I usually start at 17. I start the last hour for everything. Because I mean, I change the time so much anyway that it doesn't really matter. I might as well just like set it to the latest. Nope. Unfortunately, Easton, I didn't get anything, bro. I'll get you this Cobweb Enigma Mule Deer in this zone right now. Nope, just level 4. It's gotta be close to like right now and before I reset, Tio. Probably like 4,500 to 5,000 with the amount I shoot with a 300. Because I think I have like nearly 3K on this account. Well, account like this version of the game. I think I had like 500 and something before I reset. And I've probably in the last like month alone shot like 1,000 with a 300. Most people kill level 2s that have the bigger estimate, which I believe is... I'll tell you when I get to this zone. I don't want to like give... I think I know it, but I don't want to give false information. But you're probably better off just leaving every level 2. The only reason why I killed like certain level 2s is because I want to have like the best HM possible. Like that's... I think that's the small level 2, I want to say. No, it's not. This is a bigger level 2, but like that guy's good enough to leave. That estimate is the one on the small 2s. That one's a 1, but you know what I mean. I would just leave any level 2s personally. Because the difference isn't going to be that much. And the difference between Great One spawns I don't think will be that noticeable. My fallow kills per Great One didn't really go up. Or I guess go down it would be in that case. My kill per Great One didn't really change in fallow when I shot all my level 3s. But my diamond rate did get better. Yeah, honestly, I get you, Ben. I mean, I feel like 10k without HM is like not... That's pretty... I want to say it's normal, but it's definitely not like rare. I see a lot of grinds that without HM that go over 10k. Most not HM grinds are around like 5 to 6k. At least like they used to be. I don't know. I feel like in an update they made Great Ones more common. Like one of the updates in the last few years, because I swear every grind without HM, because like HM didn't really used to be a thing. I feel like every grind used to, you know, be kind of long. And now even like there's like a lot of HM grinds that are short, but there's, for the most part, they're still pretty long. But there's a lot more short ones now, I've noticed. Yeah, exactly. No HM, 1k for a Great One. That's crazy, dude. Well, if you're HMing lane, you shoot your exterior zones. But once your exterior zones are shot down to level 2s, you don't shoot them anymore. You basically want to have 8 to 10 main zones. However many zones it takes you to get 15 to like 20 mule deer in. And then everything else will be exterior zones. I think I've got a fox and a red deer without HM. I got 3 whitetail with HM that was so bad it was basically no HM. Like my diamond rate was like 1 in 150. Like that's basically no HM. That's when I got the typical. I swear when you're not doing HM you get typical more often. What else did I get with no HM? My first tar was no HM. Then like I HM'd a little bit, but it wasn't very good. My favorite Great One fallow rack is the Irish elk. I think HM matters, yeah. Well, if you have no HM on wolves and you got 1 in 40 diamond rate, you got HM. You might not have meant to do HM, but if you're getting a diamond every 40 kills across like a good amount of kills, right? Like if you've killed maybe 3,000, 2,000 wolves and you get a diamond every 40 kills, then you probably have HM. You didn't realize. Like all your solos on the map that you had were probably really tiny. And then yeah, you just slowly got a bunch of small ones down. There's no way you got a 1 in 40 diamond rate with no HM at all. That's better than most people's HM. That's crazy, though. I would say that's pretty good on most things, Tio. Like, I prefer to get it really, really low, but that's what most people try to aim for, like a 20, then 1 in 20 diamond rate, I'd say. Yeah, my Moose HM wasn't really the best. I mean, as I said, I had 23 level 3s. What do you mean, get a cow? You gonna get a pet cow? I don't know. What do you want to name him? It's up to you. Yeah, no, that's good. Like, my fallow diamond rate is something, like, absurd. But, like, I also used to have, like, a 1 in 15 to 20. And my great ones were pretty fun. Yeah, no problem, Lane. Yeah, my first moose was, like, after I finished my HM. My original HM was, like, 1 in 45 diamond rate, which is not that good. It only took me, like, 100 and... Not 100, like, I mean, like, 300 or 400 kills to do. It took me, like, 2 days. And then after I finished that, my first great one is in like 400 and something kills. I think 475 exactly. And after that, my second one was 98. And then I fixed my HM a little bit. I hate to say fix because it wasn't broken. I just made it better essentially. And to like a 1 in 25 diamond rate, which took maybe like 1,000 kills. And my third moose was 1,700 kills randomly. And my HM made it worse. But then after that, it's been smooth sailing. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, Gunner. The wait, what was I saying? Yeah, the filter system just sucks. Right. What's up, Ryan? I don't know what that is, though. I can't tell you. Again, guys, if you're HMing Moose, that's a level 3, you can leave. But I just shoot all of them. I shot all of them because I didn't want any level 3s. Um, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what that is. That is totally up to you. Yeah, the solos can be like annoying. Like I didn't even think when I was shooting mine down it would take 4 hours. I was actually surprised. I thought I'd be in and out in like 15 minutes. Not actually 15 minutes, but like I thought it'd be like an hour, maybe 2 hours. But I was struggling to find them. And I had a great one in like 13 or 14 diamonds stacked, including like 5 300 plus diamonds. Like that's almost 20% of my map being a great one or like a diamond. I don't really think so. I don't think there's any way you can actually tell if a great one's coming, to be honest. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever. I've never seen those though. If you get a solo in your main zone and it's like a level 2 or like less, then you should keep it. But you just gotta remember in the future not to shoot it. Because I have a lot of main zones that have solos in it, right? Like this is technically a main zone, but there's a couple solos in here with it. That guy's a solo. A couple of these females are solos too, but there should also be a couple more solo males. They're just kind of like lagging behind. Yeah, I wasn't even like when I was doing pheasants the other day, I wasn't even gonna remanage them, but then I got a great one. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna try to remanage them a little bit. And then when I was planning to manage moose yesterday. Was it yesterday? It might have been 2 days ago. I think it was yesterday. And as I was, stacking up to do the managing, I got the great ones, and I'm like, well, that's just a bonus. It was 211 kills. That's actually pretty long for a moose grind for me recently. They're usually less than that. Yeah, the diamond rate for boars, though, with no HM seems to be quite good. There's another solo. That guy's level 1, though. Yeah, diamond and 25 kills is pretty good. I feel like red deer are one of the easier ones to get, like, a really crazy rate on, though. Because I see, anytime I see somebody get, like, a really low diamond rate, like 1 in 5, 1 in 6, 1 in 7, something like that. It's always on, like, fallow, red deer, or bear. And maybe you got a couple of diamond jumpers, but if you're not doing HM, it could just be, like, you could go, like, 500 kills out of getting a diamond. Hopefully you don't, but it can happen. Yeah, fallow and diamond and 6 kills is amazing, bro. That's similar to mine. Mine might be a little bit lower. I might be like 1 in 5, 1 in 4, but it varies a little bit. Yeah, that's smart, Ryan. All right, Hunty Games. Have a good night, bro. Yeah, there's probably a couple places it's gonna be like that with the time zones and stuff. I guess kinda, yeah. Not really, but I don't think you'd even be able to get to China that fast. Like depending on where you are, take quite a while. I got 2 here. Wow, that guy like dropped in like a millisecond. I mean, it depends on how like good you want your diamond rate, but if you just want like a 1 in 25 diamond rate, it shouldn't take you too long to jump fallow. What's up, Hunting 31? How you doing, bro? I would say level 2s, or you can leave level 3s that like top out at 150. Like if you got a level 3 that's got like a top estimate, so like the max of the estimate is like 150, you can probably leave them. All of mine are level 2s, but I know a lot of people leave level 3s that are pretty small like that. Yeah. Oh, 53 kills, same fucking zone. That's actually a good combo, but I don't. Why couldn't you be the cobweb? I will happily fucking take a. I don't know why I want to say two-tone pedal puff with a classic rack, dude. The fuck is this pedal puff zone, dude? I've got 4 pedal. I think all of my pedal puffs have been from this zone, except for one. Couldn't you just be cobweb? That would have been a perfect ending, because that's the rack I want on the cobweb. Dude, I swear everybody wants the pedal puff. I kind of feel bad, but I mean, hey, if they ever add trading, like legitimately to the game, I'd happily give him to you for a cobweb. You can give me a cobweb without antlers. I don't really want to shoot him from here, because the elevation, I'm gonna spinal cord him. I mean, I'm can just save the game and it won't matter, but I just walk close to him again. I've gotten every great one I've got from this zone has been a pedal puff. Like the actual pedal puff sound, dude. 2 times, so it's funny enough. I think I got cause I got at one point like two-tone spiders in a row. What, so? Can I even get down to the lake? Oh, yeah. Nearly. Hey, away. Hey, how did that not deal damage to me? What? I was expecting him to like bug out and kill me, like just step on me 50 times in a row. Guess today's just a pedal puff day. Yeah, he's pretty cool, Cork. I actually like this combo. Like I said, would have rather had it be the cobweb. Yeah. Actually, I think, yeah, we were just talking about that like 30 minutes ago. I like this combo. Like I said, I'd rather it be the cobweb, but hey. If it's gonna give me a combo, at least give me that I don't, at least give me one like this that I don't have that's actually good. Yeah, I try to go a little bit more. I don't want to take the shot from the top because the elevation. The game is really bad with that. Oh, that's not good. How are you alarmed? You're facing the other way. You can't see me. You can see me. I don't even have a backpack on. This is my wind, most likely. gonna have to leave the game again. Okay, if he's here and he's gonna be broadside, I'm just gonna shoot him from the top. And if I spine him because of the elevation bug, I'm just not gonna claim him. I'll just kill him again later. I want to take like 30 minutes trying to get this guy. Oh yeah, I gotta leave again. Oh yeah, let's just let's be an ultimate pain, bro. You're like hugging the mountain now. Well, there's a great one down here, Noodles. That's about it. Where's he at? Oh, he's turned into a level 4, apparently. What? There it is. I thought my great one just like transformed into a level 1 or level 4. I must have got respawns. If your main shooters are level 2s, then you kill them, yeah. But if they're solos, then you leave them. You should always kill level 2s in your main zones if they're your shooters. Because then if you leave the level 2s in your main zone instead of your shooters, you won't have any shooters. Nah, I feel like the YouTube chat is just like slow. Because it pops up on the screen sometimes first for me also. I think you might have. I don't know what. Today might just be the pedal puff day, bro. I've gotten 2 great ones in the same zone, and they're both pedal puffs. Both of them have been from this zone. I didn't have either combo. Like, would rather just get the cobweb and get out of the way, but at least this is one of the combos I actually like. If I get pedal puff typical next, I'll low-key start to get annoyed with all the pedal puffs. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like my second favorite fur as well. Actually, I already have 2 pedal puff typicals, so I'd get extra mad if I got a pedal puff typical. Oh, that's awesome. Nice, Kason. Yeah, it's a pretty good combo. A lot of people want this one. Should've just got the bow, bro. I could have killed him with the bow. But I gotta get really close anyway. You're not the solo though. You can't actually spook. Yeah, you better turn the other way. Yeah, I think it's my second shortest muley grind. Don't fucking flee, dude. Don't do it. Look the other way. I'm not even gonna kill you, bro. You're fine. Diamonds are always rare, bro. Unless you're doing HM. I mean, I don't really think anybody's doing HM on Crocodile, so yeah. That's awesome, dude. Yeah. It was, my shortest has been 15. Oh, now you're alert. Oh, it's the fucking wind again, bro. The wind's not even bad. Herd management, Trevor. Like, really, really good herd management. And I have been spending a while grinding mule deer recently. Dude, I'm just gonna have to, like, shoot this guy from the top. I'm not gonna be able to kill him. Because these, like, little tiny dumb ones are gonna keep going alert. Yeah, what's up, Super Air? Uh, because the game is dog shit, so if I shoot him from up here, because I'm looking down on him, my bullet is gonna go upwards. I don't... And it's gonna spine him. I've learned that from shooting lions too many times. Like, it doesn't matter, because I can just reload the save, right? Because like, I'm on PC, I can make backups. But, yeah, I don't feel like doing that on stream. Like, it takes too long. Shooting stuff from a high elevation, like when it's directly under you, makes the bullet drop really weird. Yeah, and just walk closer to me, dude. Like, you see me, you think you'd want to go the other way, but you're not very smart because you're a mule deer. If this guy turns to me, I can shoot him. Yo, what's up, Super Rare Tiger? How you doing, bro? What is your question? If you're attentive looking straight at me, dude. Because even now, if I try to take the shot on this guy, it'll most likely hit him in the spine, even if I aim really low. I need him to go attentive and look to me. Yeah, so what's most likely happening, there's a couple things that could be happening, Super Red Tiger. You could be going through your runs too fast, not giving them time to respawn. You might not be shooting enough to get the respawns. Your bucks might be jumping out of the zone, which I feel like it wouldn't be all of them. Like, some zones would have bucks, then like maybe one or two would be missing. And then the last and probably most likely thing is the whitetail respawns are just really, really bad in this game for some reason. And they seem to not be very consistent no matter what you do. So yeah, if you're shooting like a good amount per rotation, like maybe let's say 15 to 20, maybe even a little bit more than that, and you're taking at least like 10 to 15 minutes to do your rotations, and you're checking your exterior somewhat regularly, it's probably the last option. I've committed to this. I might as well go all the way down here and shoot him from the right angle. That little fucker's gonna like spook if I keep sitting up top. There we go, dude. Ooh, that's pretty small. Pretty small for the classic rack, right? Or was a price tag? Well, if it was happening to your wolves, that's different because the wolves are pretty consistent. So I'm starting to think it's probably an issue of them bouncing. Because a lot of times, not 100% of times, but a lot of times if you have a bouncer, or like a couple bouncers even, and you don't kill them, your respawns kind of get held hostage by them. That happens to me on fallow. Like if I get a jumper on fallow, I usually don't get my respawns until I go find the jumper and kill them, or I get like half my respawns. How many do you shoot per rotation? And how long do your rotations take? Yeah, but there should be an explanation for the wolf grind. The whitetail, you can usually put that down to just the whitetails are being bad with the respawns, because that does happen, unless like you're actively doing something like wrong. But with the wolves, the wolf respawns are really consistent. So I'm assuming there's got to be something you're doing a little bit wrong. It's got to be like the number you're shooting, or like how fast you're shooting. Maybe you're main menuing too many times. Well, how many? By the way, how many wolves and like how many wolves are you shooting per rotation, and how many? Like how long is it taking you? Because I don't want to like assume that I fixed your problem, because that might not be your issue, but. Well, main menuing is good when you finish your rotation, right? But if you main menu every single zone, you're not going to give them time to respawn because they don't respawn when you main menu anymore. That's what happens when I'm doing my tiger grind, because I've main menued too many times in my tiger grind because I spooked them off, right? And I main menu to come kill them, and then my tigers end up taking like an hour and a half to fucking respawn. Which that's when I started noticing it, and then I'm like, hey, whenever I get respawn issues on like species that aren't whitetail, it's usually when I main menu 50 times on the rotation. Like some people main menuing helps them get the respawns, but for me and a lot of people I've noticed, if you main menu too many times, you don't give them time to respawn. Okay, so if you're only shooting 2 wolves per rotation, that's definitely not enough. I kill like 15 to 20 per rotation. 15 to 20, well, no, not 15 to 20. 18 to 22 on wolves out of my 10 zones, right? You usually need to kill like 15 to 20 animals to get respawns. If you don't, it'll be very inconsistent. My favorite great one is the red fox. I love red fox. And speaking of, that is like an outlier, the red fox in that rule. Like solos don't matter. When you kill solos, they usually respawn instantly. Well, not instantly, but like it doesn't matter how many you shoot, they'll respawn pretty fast. So wait, Tiger, are you doing herd management or are you not doing herd management? Because if you're not doing herd management, you can just literally just set up at different zones and shoot a bunch of stuff. But if you are, then it gets a little hard because you don't really want to shoot your managed like stuff. Yeah, if you're only getting like half respawns, that usually means you have a jumper, at least from what I've noticed. But it also just happens sometimes. But if you're getting like no respawns ever, or they're only half respawns every single time, that's probably a number issue. Yeah, with the herd management, it's gonna be a little difficult because I don't want to just tell you to go shoot like more to get your respawns, because then you're gonna be shooting the ones you have managed. How many did you shoot? Like, if you remember, how many wolves did you shoot per rotation when everything was working fine? Because if you used to shoot like 15 to 20 per rotation, and then yeah, you were pretty damn close, dude. Nolan, yeah, 53. And but yeah, like if you used to shoot a lot and then now all of a sudden you have nothing, that's most likely a jumper issue. But if you never were shooting that many and you never got respawns, that's usually a killing too little issue or going too fast issue. No, I haven't, Kason. I don't hunt in real life yet. 112. I don't think if it comes at 112, you're not gonna get it till tomorrow. Because I don't know how many more I'm gonna go. Or hopefully I get him in like 12. Imagine I have one at this lake. And I've asked a million times, give me the 3 and 100 kills that I see so many people get. And I've yet to get that. Which is surprising. I have done that a million times in other things. I have 18 now. This is grind number 19. I actually don't have that many mule deer compared to other stuff. Well, maybe now I do. Coming up on a lot of muley. This last fur is being a little bit stubborn. By the way, I'm just saying, if I get another short grind, it's a fucking pedal puff, dude. I'm actually just gonna end the stream. I'm like wasting all my short grinds on pedal puffs. I already know the cobweb grinds would be like 1,000, like 10,000 kills, bro. Yo, what's up, Mix? How you doing? Cinnamon stripes drop time. If I get exactly that, then I'm gonna. That sounds like a decent combo. Definitely don't want it. Such an awkward shot, man. There you go. Oh. Nice. I'm assuming you mean if you're doing like red deer. I guess you could be doing foxes. Nice, bro. That's cool, Kason. Yeah, I only ever got one super rare Mule. Or Mule. Red deer. Fuck is that rack, bro? Oh, never mind. It's just that one. Looks so different. Well, it'll come back to the feeder if it's in range. Like, if the solo respawns in range. If not, then no. Like, if you kill, like, say your feeder is here and you kill the solo and it respawns, like, over here, obviously it won't come back to the feeder. It'll be out of the range. But if it does respawn in range, then yeah, it should come back. But with, like, how small the map is, like, or not the map, but where the boars drink, or bears even, if it's, I think that's maybe what you're doing. With how small they are, like, the area they can be at, most likely you'll find them at one of your feeders. And if you're talking about bear on SRP, there's a couple lakes that hold their respawns. Like, the bottom two lakes, like, the very, very bottom two, like, down here, and then the coast. The respawns from there tend to stay in that area. You know what? Like, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna end the stream after I'm gonna go shoot this jumper zone, and I'm gonna end the stream, so I'm getting kind of tired. I don't want to, like, stay up too late and then sleep all, like, too long and then not be able to stream tomorrow, because I want to actually try the 24-hour stream. So yeah, I think this might be it. I'm gonna check the jumper zone. I'm not 100%, but I feel like it's between, like, 400 meters and 500 meters. Or what? Going the wrong way. I mean, I would try to recommend at least 2 like shooters per zone, because then if you have 8 zones, that's 16. But like that's not perfect. Yeah, Noodles, I'm probably gonna try to do a 24-hour stream tomorrow 'cause it's New Year's Eve. But I don't know what time it'll start. It'll start whenever I wake up. Yeah, I don't think there's a jumper here. Yeah, those guys are supposed to be here. Where's the wolf though? Oh, that guy's just alert on me. But yeah. So I'm probably going to end now. I would say 12. Like 12 is a little low. But yeah. Alright guys. I'm sorry for ending the stream a little bit early, but I'm kind of tired and want to go live tomorrow, like probably an hour or two after I wake up. So it'll probably be pretty early. But anyways, see you guys. Everybody have a good night.